sinful passion that swirls within our hearts causes this hostility to come out within us. Remember back in James chapter 1, he says, but each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. When we have these desires within us, and when we allow ourselves to be dragged away by them, they cause problems within our lives. By the way, it also causes problems in the church. When we allow ourselves to be led and dragged away by our own evil desires. And James, we see he speaks about this again and again and again, that this can cause a huge problem. Not just individually, right, but relationally with people within the church, people within our families, people within our social circles, at school, right? It causes big problems. Now, when you put anybody together for a long time, if you put any people together in a room for long enough, what's going to happen? They're going to start fighting, right? They're going to start getting on each other's nerves. This is why we don't have retreats longer than 3 days, because we know you're all going to get on each other's nerves. And we go kind of crazy, right? When we get all fired up. It's often because we can only, wait so much. We can only control so much. And so we get into, we allow our selfish desires to rise up, and we get into arguments. The next thing is this. Our desires may be selfish. It says, you do not have because you do not ask. When you ask, you do not receive because you ask with wrong motives. That you spend what you get on your pleasures. Now, when we look at this, James says, well, if you don't have what you want, it's probably because, well, first of all, maybe you didn't ask. Right? And how do we ask God? How do we ask things from God? Through prayer, right? We primarily ask God for things through prayer. And some of you may have said, well, Pastor, there have been things I prayed for and asked, and it didn't happen, right?